New Mexico. I'm here in my home state. I'm in northern New Mexico, so I'm far from home, but it is New Mexico, so there is some comfort in that. This is a beautiful area to ride. I'm looking forward to it. It's windy already, could be a long day, but it's gonna be fun. Let's go. New Mexico is done. I'm driving on my way to Texas. I'm using parts of the same route that I rode on, and I'm stuck on that same construction area. So yeah, New Mexico. It got windy towards the end. It wouldn't be a day in New Mexico without a lot of wind, so that's just the way it was. Otherwise, an awesome day. Did the Enchanted Circle plus a little bit extra mileage at the end there. The Enchanted Circle is awesome. I definitely recommend you ride that if you're ever in New Mexico. And yeah, northern New Mexico is awesome. I first came through here in 2015 when I was riding across the country, and I really didn't know much about the area. All that I knew when I rode across the country is that I wanted to start in the Bay Area because that was like the closest place to Reno to start. And so it just so happened to take me through New Mexico when I planned the route, because it looked like, you know, lower traffic roads and everything. So I hadn't done much research on the area, and I came through Eagle Nest just because there was a hotel there and it was a place between point A and point B. But as soon as I was riding through the area, it's just awesome. It's beautiful. There's a big mountain with snow on the left-hand side of the road. There's a lake and mountains over here on the right-hand side of the road. There's all these little prairie dogs running around right next to the road, and there's birds flying around everywhere. It's just fantastic. I love it. And I had the same feeling today. Like, it just makes you want to just scream when you're riding. Like, life is awesome. So yeah, I love Eagle Nest. I ended up coming back in 2017 when I rode across the country from south to north, and then here I am again. It's like every time I do a big ride, Eagle Nest is like the center of it. So it's an awesome place. I definitely recommend that you check it out. And I decided today, which, you know, you decide these things when you're riding, and maybe they won't happen, maybe they will, but I want to buy a house out there, you know. I already have my house, and Alamogordo, and I figured that's a great place to spend the winters, and up here would be a great place to spend the summers. But you know, we'll see what happens. So yeah, New Mexico is over, home state in the books, and this is actually day 7, so that's a whole week of riding. And today, as far as the legs weren't feeling as good as they were feeling yesterday, but it is altitude here. Maybe that's a little bit to do with it. Maybe, well, of course, like yesterday I felt really good. It's not, you can't expect to feel that good every day when you're doing something like this. So I would say I felt pretty average. Like if I feel this way every day, I'd be happy. So a week is in the books. What have I learned? I don't know if I've learned anything. the state of hotels and of like cheap hotels in America, it's a sad state, guys. Like every crappy hotel I go to because I'm cheap, yeah, they just suck, and like they don't maintain them at all, and the stuff you see is just ridiculous. But what else have I learned? Anytime you're like, in the mornings is the worst time for me. In the morning I don't feel like going, but once you get out there and get started, you find yourself a little rhythm and start going. So they always say the step out the door is the hardest step, and I believe that. So, well, what else did I learn? I don't know, it's just starting to get into the routine. I have my little place in the car where everything is right now, and I know where it is. I have, even within every bag that I have, I know where all my stuff is. So I feel like everything is starting to come together. Can I do it? I still don't know. Like yesterday, confidence was really high. Right now I'm like 50-50. I think physically I can do it. It's all going to be the mental game. So yeah, 1 week down, about 6 more weeks to go. But you can't really think about that. One of my best days has been when the scenery's been great, like today, and I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just thinking about today's ride. So when at all possible, I need to try to do that. Like, you can't try to conquer the whole 6 weeks in one ride. You just got to do one at a time. So yeah, that's it for week number 1. Tomorrow is Texas. It'll be much different scenery. I've done in this first week most of my favorite states, really. So from here on out, I don't know, it'll be onwards. The way, you know, if you're trying to ride all 50 states, the East Coast kind of gets overrepresented because the states are so small. And honestly, I'm not really looking forward to those days because I'm a Southwest kind of guy. So this has been really the funnest, the most fun, most scenic area that I love to ride. You can just ride. You don't have to worry about stopping, and there aren't that many turns and all that. So things are going to get more difficult. The weather, humidity, I don't do well with humidity either. So I have a lot of challenges ahead of me. But tomorrow is Texas. I'm going to go mess with Texas, and we'll see what happens. See you then.